everyone, welcome to part 2 of this video series that I'm doing. And in this video I'm going to be talking about my high school years. So in my last video I talked about my childhood and the things that went on then, and actually over the weekend I was with family and my tics got brought up, and my brother actually remembers one that I don't even remember doing, and it was just a simple verbal tic, and it was just me saying "mer." I really don't know how I said it or why I chose that word, but it's something that he remembers. So on to my high school years. So after puberty hit, I stopped doing my my high-pitched squeal tic, and it got moved on to a sniffing tic. And it's not the sniffing tic that I do now. It was that I would like close off one nostril and just inhale through the other one, and I did that one as far as I can remember all through high school. And the rest of my tics pretty much stayed the same. I saw the hard blinking and every other face tic that I have, and just the all around, just general moving around the rest of my body. You know, and I still struggled with that that urge to scream in the middle of class. So that one was always a fun one that I can remember. You know, and you know, and again, like, I didn't know any of this was not normal, because it you know, because it was my normal. You know, I didn't know enough about Tourette syndrome or ever looked into it to really realize, you know, what was going on with it. So there was one question that was asked multiple times from the last video that I wanted to address today, and that was, do you ever wish you were diagnosed as a kid? You know, and that's kind of an interesting question for me, because it actually made me kind of sit and think, and yes and no, I guess, would be my answer. You know, it doesn't bother me that I'm not diagnosed with Tourette syndrome. I mean, I know I have it. It runs in my family. I don't need that diagnosis to say that that I have it. But then there's the other part. So a while back, I shared a picture from the Tourette Association of America, and it was a picture of an iceberg. So on the top, you know, is the very small part, the part that you can see, and it shows your vocal and your motor tics. That's just the things that people can see and hear. Underneath is where most of the iceberg is, and with people with Tourette syndrome, there's where a lot of our issues lie. It's the things that people don't see. There's also a lot of disorders and issues that come along with having Tourette syndrome, and for me, it was anxiety and ADHD. So, you know, growing up, I didn't know how to put into words what I was feeling in regards to anxiety. It was just, you know, something that I dealt with and just kind of managed on my own, just because you know, growing up, that's not something that was really talked about or heard of, and you know, it's just something that you lived with. But you know, like, now obviously I know what anxiety is, and I manage it fairly well on my own. I don't have any medications or anything for it. And the other one, like I said, was ADHD. Back when I was growing up, that really wasn't ever talked about, not really diagnosed too much. It was just pretty much I was a poor student. So you know, had I been diagnosed as a kid, some of those other underlying issues may have been found out, you know, and I could have managed them better growing up as a kid. But like I said, I still, you know, had a normal childhood. I still did the normal things that you did as a kid, and, you know, made stupid choices as a teenager. Did all that. These are just some of the issues that that I dealt with on top of it. So that's all I have for today. Next video is gonna go from when I graduated high school on to now. So that video is probably gonna be a little longer, and I'll eventually come out with it. So y'all have a good rest of the night. God bless. Good luck out there.